Up and running, and I will intro us.
Am I running?
Get that burp out, or get it in. You know what I mean? Get it
in.
I just got the notification. If you want to tweet out some links, buddy.
I will tweet us out. I got us on. I got my Twitter. You probably noticed I put the Twitter on my phone.
Did you? Yeah, I saw that. I saw you tweeting from it, or you posted something. Same thing with Instagram.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
Land Before Time.
Yep. Sunrise.
Where are these geek out, freak out?
AJ Green has already had his 4th touchdown for the first half.
Oh shit! I didn't set my team. I won this week.
I got murderized.
I knew you did.
I got killed.
You're not doing a recap this?
Nah, I gave up recaps.
Ugh.
Too much stuff going on.
I hate you.
I know. Everybody does right now. Everybody got mad that I didn't set the draft.
I wouldn't hate you quite as much if I would have won Player of the Week.
Who would have got Player of the Week? I think
it was someone else.
It wasn't Chris that beat me. It was somebody else had one was a little bit higher than him. It says we're streaming.
Okay, there we are.
Yeah.
It's just not showing up on here. We'll have to cut all of this.
I got it.
There we go. Now it's showing. Cool.
We got 2 viewers.
The Red Hat Gang. That sounds like a terrible gang in Red Dead, you know? The Red Hat Gang. We're going to get those Red Hat Gangs.
You heard those boys over there?
You heard them boys over there with them red hats?
You heard no, we're the Red Hats.
We're the Red Hats. Oh,
we're gonna,
son of a bitch.
We're going to kill all the blue hats.
We're going to kill. It's early on Bloods versus Crips,
Red is
man.
better.
Yeah, Red is better. We're not repping Bloods, but we are the Geek Out, Freak Out podcast, a bi-weekly podcast brought to you from Smart Marks, Inc.
That's right, baby.
Yeah, is that what we are?
Yeah, that's what
Smart
we are.
Marks Incorporated? Yeah.
Smart Marks
Incorporated. I am
Incorporated.
JVader82 on Twitter. Jeremy Holman sitting across from me, as always, is Mateo83. Matt Salgado, how are you, sir?
I'm doing just fantastic.
Just fantastic.
Just fantastic. Happy to be here. Happy to be alive.
You know what? Yeah.
It's a good time. Well, scary times, but
it is scary times, but we're making the best of these scary times, right?
I'm making the best of it.
It is scary times for sure. If you're on the East Coast and you're anywhere
I
near
still have issues.
hurricane flow, man. You're what the hell are you doing listening to this podcast?
Get out!
Get out, man. Get out. Matt brought. You know what? I just noticed that you brought a T-Rex pop vinyl.
Oh, that's where you're wrong, buddy. It's a Velociraptor.
Is it a raptor?
Yeah.
Is it a raptor?
My son.
You're right. The T-Rex
was
one is like this big.
I have the small T-Rex one, but I want the big one. I want the 35.
I want the big one,
it's like
too.
$40, I think.
It's Target exclusive. Yeah, it's like $40-$50.
I've yet to see it.
Have you seen the Dobby one or Dobby one?
Yes, I did see the Dobby
that one. It's
Man,
almost like
awesome.
It's almost like real size when you look at it.
So creepy.
I want it so bad.
Oh, Mr. Potter's friend.
Oh, Mr. Potter.
Mr. Harry Potter.
Look good, house elf.
Let's talk about how racist having elves as slaves is.
Let's not talk about the time I saw you jerk off in the wizarding hat.
I saw Harry do all kinds of crazy things.
When you stroked your wand too much.
Harry,
Spock's emitted.
Harry, that's not the one you're supposed to be playing with.
Have you ever seen where they take Harry Potter and replace the word wand with penis?
Oh, no.
I
could only imagine.
It is so fucking great. You should look it up sometime. It is the most perverted book ever. Because there's one talking about where he stroked the wand feverishly until white sparks emitted from the tip.
Oh, wow.
But they replaced that with penis. So
that's what he did.
I'm gonna reach out and grab you.
I always do my Voldemort impression.
Oh yeah?
And it makes Ezra laugh, and I go, Harry Potter!
And it makes him laugh?
Yeah.
I can't even do that right
now. It gets Priscilla going too, because I'm always like, Priscilla, where's my dinner?
Do it when you leave here. That's what my wife says. She's such the Harry Potter mark.
Kimberly Ford. Holman.
She never actually changed her name.
She didn't change her name? Neither did my wife.
Yeah, really?
No.
My wife just said it was too much work.
It was a lot of work.
She's like, I don't want to go do that.
Pain in the butt.
I was like,
I don't care.
Which is funny, though, because she goes by Holman at her work.
So I took on her name.
Yeah?
No, just
hello, Mr. Ornelas. Oh, if you look.
Maddo.
If you look.
That sounds cool. Maddo.
Oh, you know what? You never signed that either, did you?
It's like Mike Kanellis.
Maddo. Mike Kanellis. That was funny, though.
Yeah. I was thinking about them the other day.
There's a photo in my hallway, and it was our engagement announcement photo, and we had a spot where everyone could sign it who was at the wedding.
What did I
And
put?
we noticed the other day that my mom never signed it.
Yeah.
And I don't think you
Is that where we figured out your mom was illiterate?
Yes, exactly. I don't think you signed it either.
I didn't sign it?
I don't think so. But what brought that
sounds,
up is if you look, someone signed, congratulations, Mr. and Mrs. Ford on there. I was like,
that wasn't me. I think that was...
I don't think you did. I don't know if you did or not. Probably. We'll look when you leave here.
Yeah. I mean, I DJ'd, so
yeah,
that's probably why I forgot.
Yeah. And you played Star Wars music for both of us.
I played Star Wars music for 2 hours.
Yeah. And it was just the Cantina band song.
It was the Cantina song on the loop.
It was great, though.
Well, you introduced me... You introduced me into... what's that? That orchestra...
Vitamin String Quartet.
Yeah.
There's some cool stuff.
Yeah, and that's what I was playing a lot of that night.
During while everyone was eating, they were playing Metallica, but it was a quartet version of Metallica.
Yeah, that was fun.
I just thought it would be cool, just people sitting there going, "Is this fucking Enter Sandman?"
I think that was the last.
Is this fucking Enter Sandman?
Was that the last? I think your wedding was the last wedding I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Oh, I take that back. Did Isaac get married after you?
Yes, he did. I think he did.
Then I DJ'd his last.
I don't remember. Was that when you guys met Emily Blunt and John Krasinski?
I missed them!
But they did, right?
They met them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he said...
Was it like Taos or something?
No, it was Albuquerque.
It was
at the hotel where we were staying.
Nice.
Yeah, John Krasinski apparently was a dick.
Really?
Yeah.
Go figure.
Yeah. Turns out Jim's not a nice guy. But,
you know what? There's a lot, and I can't wait till we get to fan theories.
Did you know that,
because there's some great fan theories about The Office.
Did you know that, he's the voice of the robot in that movie on Netflix, that Next Gen?
No, really?
Yeah, it's a computer animated movie.
I saw the trailer for it.
We watched it last night, and I kept thinking, I was like, I know who.
Excuse me, I'm getting over some
I recognize his voice, and
it was John Krasinski. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna have to check that out.
Yeah, he was in it. Michael Pena was in it, and Michael Pena plays a dog, and it's hilarious because John Krasinski's character can understand the dog. He can understand the dog.
Yeah.
But nobody else can.
But the robot can?
But the robot can understand.
I had wondered because it's like future, and then I saw the dog talking, and I was like, "Is this just we just accept dogs talking in the future?"
No, that's just only the robot can understand them. Yeah, it's really funny. And then, like at one point, the dog cusses nonstop, but it bleeps it out.
Really?
It's a movie.
Nice.
So like he's cussing nonstop, and it's just bleeping him out. And like at one point, he's just like, "There's something wrong with your dog,"
because he keeps bleeping him out.
Yeah, he's like, "There's something wrong." And they're like, "Oh no, he's happy."
So you played a lot of Jurassic Park this week, haven't you?
It was a good movie. It was good. I've been playing. I did an update. I haven't updated. The update came out today.
Is it out? Okay, cool. So now I'll jump back in, and now that I know it's out.
I booted up the PlayStation, and I got I guess there's a PlayStation update, and because it prompted me to sign in. But
oh shit, for today?
Yeah. So it sucks. So.
It means I got to do that before I play more Spider-Man.
Yeah, but the updates usually go pretty fast.
Yeah.
So
you 5-starred one that I know you were having trouble with, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still got Pena. Did I? Sorna. I got Sorna and Pena left. Pena's the really small island, and Sorna's the last island you play, but the last island that you unlock, which is like more open. Which to me, I think I can go back to that one probably 5-star pretty easy because I think I had a lot of missions that were critical on other missions that were open in the other ones, so I just went through and I closed them all out. And then so now I'm trying to 5-star Pena, and I'm like at 4.1, and the facility rating's kind of hard for me to max out, which is kind of silly. My dinosaur rating's pretty good, and then that's fine. And then making sure we sound nice and sick.
Right. Thick.
And then so I'm almost there. Almost got it. I'm almost completely done with the game. And then I haven't 100% of the trophies, but I've almost 100% of the goals and missions and stuff.
Nice. Did you play anything else, or that was kind of your focus?
I've been playing Rocket League a lot because they put out the fall update.
Yeah.
And the fall update is super fun. And then they introduced the Rocket League Pass, which gives you prizes for playing over and over and over. And I finally hit my expert level.
Nice.
Which is awesome. So I've been working on that. Off and on. Rocket League's one of those games where, for me, I can not play it for a few months and get back into it. And then I was really worried I'd be pretty rusty, but then I got thrown into some games where I was hitting like 4 and 5 goals. So
nice.
I was like, still got it.
I still got
it. Yeah.
I fell off big time.
So I've been on a pretty good roll. I think my win-loss ratio is pretty good right now, and I've been lucky enough to be paired up with some good teams. So it's been fun. I really like playing Rocket League, and my son like watching me play it. So that's double So I mean, he can sit there and watch me play because
Yeah.
it's bright, the cars and explosions. Every now
Yeah, it's
and then.
exciting.
And he loves the Jurassic Park game because he loves dinosaurs.
Oh, so it's cool.
And
for him
so
to
like
see
he sees the dinosaurs and he growls at them. So yeah, he
That's
sits there and
awesome.
he's just like.
Oh, you need to Snapchat
So
that
every
next time he
time,
does it.
every time there's a carnivore, he growls. So because he can tell it's a theropod and it's on
Yeah.
2 feet. So yeah, he goes off. And
Yeah,
it's
you need to-
really he's my son.
Yeah.
He's definitely my son.
That's
He's way
awesome.
into dinosaurs. He likes playing with his lightsaber, and yeah.
That's
And he can eat
pretty
pizza
damn
all
cool.
by himself. So
Oh, then he's definitely your kid.
yeah, he did all of that in the span of 1 week, and I was like, I've never been more proud.
Yeah. You're like, this is the best week ever.
This is what fatherhood is.
You're coming out. This is where I realize who you are. This
Yeah.
is amazing.
I was like, you look like your mother, but you got all my traits.
Yeah. What you could hope for, right?
Yeah, oh yeah,
Everything
definitely.
to be proud.
Oh,
But he's just not a
definitely.
chud like
yeah.
you.
Oh, he's not a grade A stud like me.
Oh yeah, stud, grade A stud, huh?
Yeah. So
I finally watched Fallen Kingdom this week.
cool, awesome.
Yeah, we
I didn't
missed
know
it
you,
when it was in
I didn't know
theaters.
you didn't see it.
Oh, we missed it when it was in theaters.
So you bought it on digital?
Yes.
And
I
stupid
did.
me, I thought it came out on DVD this week.
Uh-huh.
Comes out next week.
Oh yeah.
Like a dumbass, I went to Target on Tuesday.
Looking for it?
Looking for it, and I'm like, oh, so where's Jurassic Park?
We've-
Jurassic World.
We've been enjoying Movies Anywhere. I don't know if I brought it up on the last one, but Movies Anywhere had an update where it partnered with Xbox now.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah, finally.
Yes, and that was the biggest thing because I bought so many movies on Xbox, but I couldn't access them on my tablet or anything.
Mm-hmm.
But now we can. So now we use Movies Anywhere for everything, and we definitely we're having fun building our collection on digital.
Let
So
this
we picked
teach
that
you
one up.
never to buy anything from Microsoft.
Yeah, right.
Just kidding.
Yeah. As I say that, I'm about to play Forza soon.
There you go, buddy.
I just downloaded the demo
There
for
you go,
Forza 4.
buddy.
Just before you showed up, it finished right before you got here. So I'm
Awesome.
gonna fire it up.
So you're dying to play it.
It's just a demo.
Sorry, man.
So
You got to
I just
edit the
wanna
show
check it
tonight.
out.
So
Oh,
guess
yeah,
what?
yeah. Well,
You
it's
gotta
gonna go up
edit
late.
the show.
You know, like the Smart Marks used to.
You got to edit the
I'll
show
just treat
tonight.
it like
dude.
my name is Mick. I have dove deep into
I
Spider-Man.
think that's what I'll do. I think that's what I'll do tonight. Is I'll update the PS4, update Jurassic World, and just work.
And check it out.
Yeah.
I have.
So you
fallen
got it.
far down the rabbit hole for Spider-Man.
So much fun.
It is my game of the
hear-
year, and I'm not even halfway
I
done.
hear nothing but good things about that.
It is amazing. It's got its same repetitiveness of any open world game, and that's its downfalls. But the storytelling is amazing. The side quest. I've never played a game that I've wanted to do all the side quests in, and
Yeah.
I this may be my first platinum. I've said it
That's
before
awesome.
about games, but I really have the urge in this one to do everything that it throws at me. The side quests are so much fun, and they do get repetitive. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong. I mean, it's just like any open world game. But there's so many of them, and the variety of them. Like I've cleared out so many side quests, and then I look,
Yeah.
and it shows you how many you've done in a region, and I have 80% of them still locked, and haven't touched them. So it's just as
wow.
you play through it, it slowly unlocks more and more collectibles and more side quests for you. And the story is great. It's not anything to do with the MCU, but it is Marvel's Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So it is Marvel presented, which is funny because when you look for it in the store or you look for it in your library, it's under M, not S. So it's Marvel's Spider-Man.
Marvel's Spider-Man.
But it presents itself really, really well. The webs.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the thing that everyone was like, they better not fuck up web swinging.
Don't screw up the web.
It's good. It is so good. There's a trick system in it, like a Tony Hawk style trick system. So as you
got
come
me.
out of a swing, you can
got me.
do flips and spins and stuff like that, and you get extra X. It's not a lot, but you can get XP for doing tricks as you swing. The story, without spoiling anything, Peter Parker's been Spider-Man for about 8 years at this point.
Yeah.
He's already been in a relationship with Mary Jane and ended said relationship.
Good.
He,
I hate her.
He no longer works for the Daily Bugle.
Just kidding.
He
Is he like Doc Ock's boy?
Yeah, he works with Doc Ock, and Doc Ock plays a really great role so far. You can see foreshadowing of where things could change, but he plays like a father figure kind of to Peter a lot. Like he's his boss. They're doing great research in like prosthetics together. Aunt May works at a shelter.
I'm trying to share this stupid Twitch feed, and I'm doing it through through Twitch itself, and it's sorry, I didn't mean to.
You want me to try to do it? I can do it.
Nah, don't.
Um,
Keep talking. It doesn't put the link. It just puts the title, but it doesn't put the link.
That's
so
weird.
What's the point? Sorry,
Just go and copy and paste.
I'm done.
You're done. He gave up.
Give up.
I'll try
focus
again when you're talking.
on you.
I'll try when you're talking. Focus on me. Aunt May works at a shelter with Peter. They both work at like a homeless shelter or like a
And it's
veteran
old
shelter.
Aunt May, right?
Yeah, it's old Aunt May.
Yeah.
It's not hot Marissa Tomei Aunt May.
I thought Sally Field was hot.
Yeah, I thought Sally Field was really hot.
I thought she was hot.
Yeah.
Still.
Really hot.
You still got it, Sally Field.
Yeah, it's not Marissa Tomei, though.
That's the name
Marissa Tomei was way hotter.
Yeah, that's the name of this episode. You
still got it, Sally Field. I'm down with that.
Has she been in anything lately besides the last Andrew Garfield?
Her partner passed. Her partner in The Bandit, Burt Reynolds, is gone, man. I forgot. Someone brought it up in a podcast this week that I was listening to. Burt Reynolds was in Saints Row.
Yeah.
The third. He was the mayor.
Total random, yeah.
Yeah, and it was just, you walked in.
Not even advertised.
And I guess J. Jonah Jameson is no longer with the Daily Bugle. What's kind of funny about him is he runs this podcast, and it's like an Alex Jones style podcast where it's all conspiracy theories about, he's just screaming into a microphone into the void, and it fits so well for him. Good. And it's funny because like the podcast will come on from time to time while you're swinging around, and it'll play episodes. Yeah, product placement. It'll play episodes. And after the first two, I think, it pops up on your screen, and instead of saying like, "Hey, if you don't want to hear anymore, just go to the options and press or click that you don't want to hear this."
Are there only options to make it louder?
No, but it pops up. It says, "If you would like to unsubscribe from this, you can do so from the options."
Oh, that's funny.
That is so fucking good.
That is good.
And there's some cool Marvel references in there, like. It's not even necessarily MCU references. Like, there is some MCU stuff in the fact that it has a Civil War suit, and it has the Iron Spider suit.
Oh, nice.
And I thought this was a really, really clever move.
Is it the movie one, or is it the comic book?
It's the movie one.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's the one from Infinity War.
Mm-hmm. I saw they had Spider-Man 2099
There's
in there.
two 2099. There's a white and a black one.
And then they've
got the wrestler one.
Yeah, they got Punk Rock Spider-Man, Wrestler Spider-Man. And then
there's some like kind of newer ones, the ones that looks like they probably created for the game. Uh-huh. There's the Velocity suit. There's a classic suit.
You got the Miles Morales one in there.
I haven't seen it yet, but I'm only about halfway done.
You should, right?
Walking.
I think they probably.
No. And
well, I know he's in the game.
There you go. I was going to bring it up, but yeah,
I know he was in the game. Yeah.
But he's in there as almost like a mentor phase. Like Spider-Man is his mentor.
It's kind of like almost like, oh, you're gonna play him later in the game, maybe in some DLC,
maybe next year.
Yeah,
maybe with a new game.
So you think, well, maybe that they'll just keep putting like.
Well, I know the DLC focuses on Black Cat.
Yeah,
and it's episodic DLC, which I thought was kind of smart because the game, I should be wrapped up with the game by the time the first DLC comes out. And first DLC is out next month in October.
Oh, wow.
And then it's episodic. So October, November, December, the next 3 months.
That's cool.
There's more Spider-Man.
So it gives you like a month to finish each one.
Yeah, and I thought that was really interesting. Like they found a way to string me along with this game. And I'm not going to complain about paying for the DLC or whatever, as long as it's quality. I like the episodic stuff. I think that's really cool.
So it's kind of like, do you feel like you have a complete game right now?
Absolutely. Yeah. 100%. So I have more than a complete
game. The DLC game is.
Yeah, it's
the
about,
DLC
from what I understand, it's about 15 hours to the main story, but there's more than enough to keep you going.
Well, I would think, because like, don't they have like, there's like, you take pictures of, you catch pigeons.
Yeah, there's like pigeon catching.
You got to do photo.
There's research stuff.
Like photo missions, right?
There's you'll get called out for random crimes to stop crimes from happening, like break-ins and car thefts and stuff like that. All that stuff will happen.
Did you read that article? I forgot where it was at, but one of the game developers put in his marriage proposal on the game.
It wasn't a developer. It was a fan.
A fan, yeah.
And he was super. I shared this article on my personal Facebook.
Yeah. That's what you did. Yeah,
he was super like into Spider-Man and stuff. So he reached out to the developers and he asked the developers to put a marriage proposal in the game for him. So there's a movie theater that you can go to. And it has "Will you marry me, Melinda" or something. I can't remember her name.
It was some dumb name like Melinda.
Yeah. Marie. I don't know.
Only horrible.
It was an M name. That's all I remember. But anyways, and so they said, yeah, hell yeah, we'll do this for you. And 3 months ago,
oh my god, I screwed it up.
His girlfriend left him for his brother.
I didn't know it was the brother.
For his brother.
Oh my god.
So, and they asked him if they wanted to have it removed from the game, and he said no, he wanted to leave it as a memorial for his grandmother because she was so happy that he was such a big Spider-Man fan and that this was going to be in the game. She was happy for him. Aww. So he's like, no, I'll just leave it. So it's got this bittersweet kind of end to the story, but it sucks.
Was his grandma's name Melinda?
No. I can't remember what her name was. It's, you know what, I can go to
Was it Aunt May?
It was Aunt May. That's exactly what it was. But there's a lot of...
full circle.
There's a lot of landmarks in there. So there's New York landmarks. Like, you can go take pictures of... There's, like, that's part of the side quest, is there's landmark ones where you have to go take photos of certain New York landmarks. Yeah. Some of them are like Madison Square Garden.
I thought you were going to say Madison.
Central Park.
Madison Rain.
Madison Rain, yes. Central Park. It was
She's a wrestler,
Maddie.
guys.
Maddie, will you marry me?
I said yes.
Maddie with D's.
I said yes.
But there's like your standard New York ones.
Yes, Jeremy, I'll marry you.
He'll marry me. I was the one who put it in there. So there's your standard New York ones, like, you know, the Empire State Building, the UN, stuff like that. But then there's Marvel landmarks in there. So there's Avengers Tower.
Yeah.
I found Avengers Tower. I found the Sanctum Sanctorum. And it's funny when you find it and take a picture of it.
I love like Sanctum Sanctorum because it just sounds like a Metallica song.
Sanctum Sanctorum. It kind of does, right? Yeah. You thinking Richie Santorum? Yeah. Or Sambora? What am I thinking?
Richie Sambora?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Ricky Steamboat?
Yes. But I found the Sanctum Sanctorum, and when you go up to it and you take the picture, he's like, there's something strange about this.
Yeah.
So you mentioned
reference to Doctor Strange.
Then I found the Wakanda Embassy.
Oh, nice.
And it's got like purple light shining on it and the Wakanda flags hanging down. I found Alias.
Does it have music from The Weeknd?
No. It's just nothing but Kendrick Lamar.
Dang it.
In the cars as you go by. I found Alias Investigations, which is just an apartment with a cardboard sign that says Alias Investigations in the window.
Oh, that's it.
I found Josie's Bar, where Matt Murdock and Foggy go to drink all the time. Yeah. I found... what was the other one that I found? I found Fogwell's Gym, where Matt Murdock's dad trained.
Did you find The Punisher's dead wife?
I didn't. Dang it. He's in there. You know what else is in there, though? Was it Hook and Ladder number 8? I think. I can't remember. But the Ghostbusters Firehouse is in the game.
Oh,
yes.
That's cool.
Because it's an actual building in New York.
Yeah.
So when you find it, it just looks like the firehouse, but if you walk around the backside of it, there's a knockoff Slimer spray painted on the back of the building.
Neat.
So it's really cool that that's in there. And I saw another one. I don't know if this is a glitch or not, but I saw it online. There's a building that they were crawling up, and you could see the Twin Towers, or at least two buildings that looked like the Twin Towers behind you. You could see it in the reflection of the windows, and when you turned around, there was nothing there.
Oh, wow.
So I don't know if it was confirmed that it's a tribute or anything like that.
To and they also had that briefly in the original Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
Like, that was a teaser trailer, and then it got removed because obviously of 9/11.
So I don't know if it's like a secret, like
that's kind of cool, actually.
Tribute to it, or if it was just it was a glitch that the person found or something, or what.
Going back to...
But it was unconfirmed. So.
You just watched Fallen Kingdom.
Yeah.
Did you watch it all the way through?
I did. Wait, all the way through, like, credits?
Yeah.
No. Was there something
at the end of the credits?
Yeah. I did not know that.
Yeah.
What was the post-credits? Tell me.
It's a pterodactyls landing in Vegas.
Shut up.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
I'm pretty sure it's Vegas. They're landing on something. I think it is Vegas. It's at the very, very end.
We didn't watch.
Yeah, me and my brother stayed through, and I stayed through. The movies I love the most, like Star Wars, I'll stay through no matter what. Mm-hmm. I'll sit there and I owe it to them because it's something that I love. I'm like, here it is. This is everybody who helped make the movie. Thank you.
I'm gonna see.
It's my way to thank you. Yeah, and that's why they put their credits in there.
It's pretty cool.
So it was kind of cool to like sit there.
Very nice of you.
It was. So me and my brother are sitting there, and I'm like, he had already looked through. He didn't say anything to me. And I go, how cool would it be if there was a post-credits in this? And I just like jokingly said it, and because I was like, hey, is Nick Fury going to show up?
Yeah.
And then he kind of just laughed, and then I was like, he already looked it up, and he's not leaving. So I was like, he kind of gave it away. But it was kind of cool. Yeah.
I don't ever see what it is. I just find out if there is one.
Yeah, it's the only one that's ever done it. So yeah, it's really brief. It's really quick. It's not like a holy shit, but it's kind of like, oh, cool.
And there is Stan Lee in the Spider-Man game.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I already. It's very early that you run into him, but it's a really cool.
Do you save him from getting from getting taken advantage of by his handler?
Yes,
right
absolutely
now?
you do.
Gosh, it's horrible.
Right.
Poor Stan Lee.
Or taking advantage of his handler.
No, I think it's the other way.
No, there was a couple of years ago where someone was trying to report that he had gotten
Excelsior.
Excelsior! Look at my Excelsior! Look at my
Excelsior!
Look at my powers rise! Oh God! So we'll run through before we get to our topic. We'll run through a little bit of geek news and some releases. So geek news this week: Henry Cavill, Henry, right?
Henry.
Yeah, I was like, I couldn't read if it was Harry. I was like, it's not Harry. I'm not. Henry Cavill is out as
he was Harry in Mission Impossible,
right?
And in Justice League because he had a mustache.
Yeah, and they had
digitally replaced that.
Digitally replaced that. So Mustache Gate is over because he is out as Superman.
I don't know how to feel about
But he is in as Geralt of Rivia in the Witcher series, which I am I saw someone share
I liked him as
a news
Superman.
article that said a motionless drone cast as Geralt of Rivia.
That's not fair. He's a good actor.
I liked him as
He
Superman,
just-
and
he
I
just-
don't know how I feel about anyone else playing Superman.
bad.
Like
I think-
DC reboots and changes actors so much that it's hard to get excited for. And I think that's the big thing with Marvel is the continuity of everything.
thought
Like you know, like that's gonna be the same guy.
I thought the reasoning was dumb.
What was the reasoning? I didn't read it too much.
Well, they're DC's and Warner Brothers kind of response was like, oh, we see Superman more as the Superman role more as like a James Bond type of role where, you know, multiple actors can come in and portray the character.
Yeah, you know what's good about that with James Bond is because James Bond was a code name pretty much.
Can we talk about James Bond real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Daniel Craig sucks.
Yeah, Daniel Craig is terrible.
So
hope
let's
Idris
bring in
Elba gets
Idris
that.
Elba in and let's like revitalize. And exactly, James Bond is more of a idea of a character,
Yeah.
and not one person.
You could
in
treat
general.
James Bond as a code because
It's like a code name,
You had
you're right.
M, you had Q, like you had these code names of people, so it's interchangeable.
Yeah.
Clark Kent and Superman are not,
Yeah.
unless you bring
That's
in
a
a
character.
different person to be like, oh, it's a different guy
So-
as Superman.
I want Idris Elba as James Bond and Idris Elba as Superman.
Well, you know who? Have you seen who the front?
He's
runner is?
he's out of the MCU now.
Yep.
You
He
can
was
throw
killed
him in
off.
DC now.
Who? Idris Elba? Yeah.
He's
Well,
dead.
the other person was
He's not coming back.
the other person is that they think or they're talking about rebooting Spider-Man with.
Oh my god! You're so excited.
Mic stand just fell.
That's awesome.
I'm just gonna finish the rest of the night like
Good.
this.
No, you take it out.
But the other person who
You want me to do it while you talk?
nah, I'm good. But the other person who they thought is or who they've been saying is going to look. I'm multitasking. Do you think this can work? Do you think I can do this? Mic stand fell, and I'm trying to fix it for all of you.
I'm
radio
usually
land.
the mic stands fell on me.
I know.
I think I've had more mic stand fails than you.
How much you want to bet this is your mic stand? The one that is normally
Probably,
on your
it
side.
probably is. This one's done a pretty good job of staying up.
That's what she said.
Hey, I was waiting for
Up all night.
that. Up all night. You remember that on USA?
Yes, I do.
It's
All night. No, what I was thinking
dead
of
now, right?
is, I'm sure, from hepatitis. The one, what I was thinking of is Andrew Dice Clay. Because I was up all night.
I hated that guy.
Yeah, he was terrible. Someone was talking about him on a podcast, and they're like, you know what? The best thing he ever did was the one where he was just like pissed off at the crowd and just riffing on everybody, and it
That's
wasn't even
funny.
comedy. They said it was tragically the best worst thing they've ever
That's
seen.
great.
But no, Michael B. Jordan is apparently the front runner to replace Henry Cavill as
that's Superman?
reboot Superman. They're saying if they do anything, they're gonna reboot.
I like it. I like the idea.
And then I've heard rumors now that Henry Cavill is out, that Ben Affleck may be out.
Well, Affleck was already out.
Yeah,
He was done.
He was pretty much out, but there was like that glimmer of hope that he was coming back.
Yeah,
And apparently this is just
you know what
he's
though?
done.
I
liked Batfleck.
liked
though.
him. I liked him as Batman.
He was one of my favorite Batman.
Because he was portraying an older Batman.
Yeah.
He wasn't portraying year one Batman.
Yeah.
He wasn't portraying Michael like the.
It was more the
90s.
Dark Knight Returns Batman.
And I thought he did a pretty good job.
I liked him.
Like I just think they were just
you
victims.
want to know something?
They were just victims of bad movie writing.
You want to know something? I think I liked him more than Christian Bale.
I think Christian Bale's Batman was good, but as Bruce Wayne, he was a better Bruce Wayne than Batman.
Who? Christian Bale?
Yeah.
I would even say that I thought
now
Affleck was a great
But now
Bruce
Affleck
Wayne.
does, I think, a pretty good job as portraying
Both sides.
both sides. And at first, I was apprehensive. I didn't like the
So was
idea.
I.
Ben Affleck. I remember me and you talking about it.
I remember Daredevil.
I think we remember talking about it on this, like our very first, like one of our first shows that we
Yeah,
did for
I think so,
GoFo.
too.
They're like, "Oh crap, Ben Affleck just got casted as Batman. Oh, this is gonna suck." But he actually did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
I mean, I bought Justice League.
It wasn't a bad movie. It really wasn't.
You know, yeah, it got bad ratings. I bought it for $10. I felt like, hey, it's at least worth $10 to me. I liked watching it. I like watching The Flash. I like Wonder Woman. I could really.
I just don't like
I
the
could get
dark
behind.
tone of
Yeah, I
Zack
could get
Snyder.
behind Cyborg if he gets kind of
And
done
I don't,
right.
I don't mean dark as in like the tone like of the storytelling.
Mm-hmm.
I mean dark in like the sepia tones and stuff that
Yeah,
he tends to use.
everything's
on screen.
super super rich.
Yeah,
And
I
it's-
don't really like all that.
I mean, he did 300, and he was like,
It
okay,
fit
I'm
for
gonna
300.
I'm gonna make everything look like 300 now. And granted, he did Watchmen in the exact same way, but Watchmen was more of a graphic novel, and it kind of fit.
You saw that's
mold.
coming back as a series,
yeah.
right?
And so Watchmen worked that way, but it was still kind of a hard movie to watch because it was so long.
Yeah.
And people who didn't know what the Watchmen were went into it expecting like a superhero movie, but didn't expect to get a superhero drama movie.
Exactly.
And then, so to come out of that, and then
it fits better as a series being a graphic novel, you know.
Yeah. So he's just like stuck doing all these. Well, he's not anymore. He's out. So don't have to worry about it.
Good. Marvel.
And I hope that it like the DC universe does get rebooted.
Oh, that may be one of our topics.
And like to an idea of like people make fun of Terminator, but like because of all the reboots it's gone through, all the different John Connors. But I heard a very good point was like, well, you can go back in time and say like change a little bit. That person's still going to be John Connor. It's just actually like a different sperm, a different genetic variation of that person. So like if we were to go back and like, you know, talk to your mom, it could have altered everything, but still there would have been a Jeremy Holman.
Yeah.
Just not the Jeremy Holman that sits here right here.
It's pretty good theory.
Gofo.
I like
so that's
that.
how it works in Terminator.
Yeah.
So that's how they keep, like, that's their reasoning behind Terminator. Is like, yeah, that's why there's so many different John Connors, is because it's a different variation of the genes that could have happened.
Yeah.
So that's like...
She was going to name the kid John no matter what.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's different DNA makeup.
Different DNA each time, yeah. So it works in
So
Terminator.
Sarah Connor was a bit of a hooer.
Well, her eggs or whatever sperm came from what was his name? Shoot. I mean, I'm not dissing on Sarah Connor, but she only knew that dude for like one night.
Exactly.
It wasn't even a full night.
Right?
It was like 4 hours.
There you go.
Good work.
Oh man.
Good work, Kyle Reese.
Moving on. Marvel.
It's gonna be you still got it, Sally Field / good work, Kyle Reese.
There you go. Marvel has laid slight groundwork to bring mutants into the MCU.
Yeah.
So there was a visual, or it was like a visual or a picture encyclopedia, or it was dictionary of the MCU put out this week. And in that, when you read about Scarlet Witch, so the original theory and what they had originally said was Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver obtained their powers directly from the Mind Stone in the Scepter, right? Now it says, when you read the encyclopedia, it says that the Scepter unlocked latent powers inside their mind.
Oh, okay.
So in the mutant universe, they have those latent powers, and they're unlocked normally through puberty or a traumatic event or a major catalyst. Something like that is what unlocks it for a mutant. So now Marvel has gone back and kind of laid the groundwork by saying that those powers were there and they were unlocked, not that they were given by the stone.
What do you
saying?
How do you think a Cyclops unlocked this?
He went blind. He went blind. You're going to go blind if you keep playing with it.
Quit playing with that so much. You're going to go blind.
Quit playing with your dinghy.
Everything's red.
But if there's a major catalyst that could cause mutants to arrive, do you think it could be the destruction of the Gauntlet?
Yeah, definitely.
Or the destruction of the stone.
This is a great way to introduce.
Yeah, that could be the catalyst which brings out the powers in people.
You figure
it's the thing is though, you're not going to see anything. I mean, for anyone listening who's like excited, this deal is still probably not going to be finalized until next year in 2019. And then even if they were to fast track it, it takes so long for a movie to happen. So at the soonest you could see something is maybe a post-credit scene in Spider-Man: Far From Home. Mm-hmm. But don't expect a Marvel mutant movie until probably 2021. Well,
there's been like some good teasers where they didn't exactly like happen right away. So even at the end of Miss Marvel, you can kind of get like a little
teaser to it. Yep. Speaking of, did you see all the Miss Marvel or the Captain Marvel pictures that came out this week?
I called her Miss Marvel. Good. My bad. Miss Marvel's the other character, but
Kamala Khan now. Yeah. But originally, you're right though. Because Carol Danvers started as Miss Marvel, and then she received the Captain Marvel from Marvel.
Brie Larson looks so good in that costume.
I love Brie Larson.
She is awesome. So much, she is like such a great casting.
She's gonna play that so well.
I could totally see her taking on and leading the Marvel, like being the new leader of the Avengers. Yep,
I think that'd be great.
She's got that star power.
Last little bit of news. You watched it. I didn't get to watch it because I was on the road. Talk to us a little bit about the Apple reveals.
I read. I didn't get to watch them too much. I did watch a lot of recaps, and so we got the XS Max, which it's a horrible name.
Yes,
both released and super expensive. They're gonna take you and rob you blind for some slightly better tech. So
that's the thing, though, is there's not like a redesign. It's just the S models, essentially.
It's just the S models. So if you have like an X, as you do right now, I have a 6S. I mean, I've had this phone for almost going on 4 years now.
Yep.
It's still a great phone. But it's time for me to update. So I actually probably will be getting the XS just because I like the Apple software, not necessarily the hardware, but I like the interface that the Apple provides. So I will be getting the XS. The XR is really tempting, which is the third phone that they introduced, and it's a slightly less expensive phone. I believe it starts at $750 USD. So so people who are interested in that, if an XS, which they almost look identical, except the XR is slightly smaller with a full LED screen. All phones are full screen now. They don't have the home button anymore, so you get maximized screen.
Still have the option. I think they did a price drop on the 7s.
Yeah, so definitely I will be updating, so that'd be nice. There were rumors about being an iPad and maybe some MacBook stuff, but now none of those were talked about at the keynote.
It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, so I mean, they usually do like a small one, like go into October.
Yeah.
So, and if they don't say anything, they just kind of like quietly release stuff. Like,
did they show any features on iOS 12?
Oh, and we got the new, the iOS 12 stuff was already there.
Okay.
So, and it's going to work on...
This is the first year in a while that I haven't brought out I haven't tested the beta. Yeah.
I got the invite to the beta. I never did it. And just because I heard some people were having issues with the 6S models working.
Well, I use my phone a lot for work, and I didn't want there to be issues with the
beta. So I didn't want to chance it. And then... I think my brother was actually testing it. He lives in Lubbock. He was testing the beta. He said it was pretty good. He liked it. And then but the iOS 12 will work on all devices going back to the 5S, which is insane.
Yeah, but
that's pretty far back. But it's supposed to introduce
to bog stuff down.
Actually, it's supposed to introduce camera launching. It's supposed to cut down on some of the processor requests. Like the big thing that was going on was, on the older devices, it was throttling the processor. They figured out a way where you cannot do that anymore. So, because Apple's been notorious for throttling processor, like the past couple devices.
Oh yeah, my mom had a 6S, and or a 5S, I think, and she updated to 11, and it shut down.
It was the worst.
We had to upgrade her to a 7 just to get her out of it.
And you remember when I updated to 11? I had a huge issue. It happened the night
You were
so
pissed off every time.
It was like I saw my phone like just drop in percentage, just trying to like come back. So it was insane. But so they look pretty good. They released the new watches, Apple Watch Series 4, which is they redesigned the body, which they're thinner and bigger
the Series
screens.
3 will drop in price
the Series 3 should drop. They got the LTE models that they'll start at, I think, 500. So you can get one of those if you want to like be phoneless for a while.
They're not bad,
I love my watch.
I like the LTE models a lot, especially like if you're running or something like that. Or you can take a call directly on it. Like there's been times where I forgot my phone at home or something. And
that's super convenient. I have a Series 2. I love my watch. I never wanted an Apple Watch, but now that I have one, I can't live without it.
I had a Pebble, and I had the Samsung Gear Watch, and I loved the Gear Watch. I love the look of it because it looks like a real watch.
Yeah.
And I swapped the watch band out. I had a metal watch band on it, but the connectivity to Apple that they promised was not
never
there. Like it worked, but it had to constantly repair and stuff like that, and it didn't do half the stuff that it said it would do, and it was just a letdown. Now, if I had a Samsung phone, it would have been amazing.
That's the big thing keeping me stuck to Apple. Is my watch.
I like the way Apple integrates all their products together seamlessly. Like I can pull up something on the internet on my phone and immediately send it to my iPad and watch it there. Like it's just, I like the way they all pair together. And I love Samsung. Samsung's got some great phones.
I love
the Note.
I love the Galaxy phones.
I love the Note so much. The Note is such a cool multitasking phone.
I use a Galaxy 7 for work, and it's a great phone.
The S7?
Yeah.
S7's a good phone.
Yeah. Just the last one with the home button on it.
It was funny because when the Note 9 came out, it came paired with all the Fortnite stuff.
Yeah.
And about the same day it launched, a cube showed up in Fortnite. and someone had shared on Twitter, they're like, word is that this cube blows up at the end. Because it came out the same time as the Note.
Oh, yeah.
The Note 7 had blown up.
Yeah.
It's like, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Just real quick, notable releases this week. Solo comes out on digital on Friday, so at the time you're listening to this, Solo will be out on digital.
Yay.
Spider-Man just came out
movie.
last week.
Yeah.
Solo's a great movie. Or this week, excuse me. Or actually, yeah, last Friday was Spider-Man. And The Predator is out this week.
Yeah, which I mean, you talked about
Yeah,
that.
I think
was
we're gonna go
I
watch
could have
that.
swore that movie was already out.
I know. I think we'll probably go watch that and check it
Yeah,
out.
I think it's-
I've got an idea for the show before we get into our... And I thought about this as we were going through our topic and what we were going to talk about this week. But we should do this once a month. And we can have the fans vote on what they would rather see.
Mm-hmm.
But we should do a retrospective... Or not retrospective. What's the word I'm looking for? Maybe retrospective.
I think you're right, yeah.
Let's say retrospective review.
Okay.
And we should watch an older movie
I
from our
agree.
childhood that we
Yep.
like. And we can do one of two things, whatever the fans would prefer. We can either watch it and then get together and review it and talk about
Uh-huh.
it, or we can do a watch along.
Okay.
We can talk about it as we're watching it, so you can sync up the podcast and listen to us riff
I
on
like
the
that,
movie
yeah.
as you watch it. So I'll put up a Twitter poll and you guys can decide on what you want. But I think, once a month or so,
That'd be fun.
we watch a movie
Yeah.
and we talk about these older movies. And
I like this
go from
idea.
there. Just an added bonus, So this week's topic was favorite movies from our childhood that don't hold up. Matt was so excited for this. We came up with 5 each, and we narrowed it down to 5 total. So before we go through our top 5, we'll run through our honorable mentions real quick. Honorable mentions were The Dark Crystal, was voted on by Matt.
I hate that movie.
Yeah, you hate it?
I hate that
Why'd you bring it
movie.
up then?
Because I liked it when I was a kid.
I brought up
I
Mannequin.
thought it was cool.
Do you remember Mannequin?
I remember Mannequin. That movie was so weird.
That was so weird and so terrible. But the one good thing that came out of that movie is nothing's going to stop us from Jefferson Starship.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And that's all I can think of is that Starship song.
I didn't have any that I could use. Whoops.
Oh!
But, Mannequin. Who? Was Tom Hanks in Mannequin?
Tom Hanks was not in Mannequin.
Oh.
I can't remember
Who was
who
in
the actor
Mannequin?
was that was in Mannequin.
Judd Nelson?
God, you know what? I'm going to look it up.
No. There's Tom Hanks in,
You-
Turner and Hooch. No,
Turner and
just
Hooch.
kidding. No, Splash. Splash
Yep.
doesn't hold up.
It was Andrew McCarthy.
Andrew McCarthy. Oh my god.
Kim Cattrall. James Spader.
Spader.
Spader was in it.
Ultron was in it.
And Meshack Taylor. You remember Meshack Taylor?
No.
You might when you see him. I think he was in Designing Women.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, he was in Designing Women.
Yeah, he was.
Yep,
Good
and he was
actor.
in Mannequin 1 and 2, apparently.
You used to watch that with your mom.
I did, unfortunately. My mom and my grandma used to watch Designing Women all the time. Goddamn Delta Burke.
I was gonna say you're probably Delta Burke for
I
Halloween.
was. I am this year.
Cosplay
You know
Delta
that.
Burke. Should.
Oh, God, I should.
When is
shouldn't I?
Halloween? Should we dress up for
I
the
think
show?
we should dress up for the show.
That'd be great.
I think me and the family, we were talking about being the Incredibles.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I saw Disney zombie costumes at Target,
so
and I think I'm gonna be Zed.
Yeah, are you? What about your son? Is he gonna, are you going to try to get him to be someone from zombies?
I'll see if they have a baby costume, but
Go to spirithalloween.com. They had some on there.
but Priscilla wants to be a zombie too, so she's gonna be Eliza.
Sweet.
Yeah.
I gotta see. Dude, we gotta meet up for Halloween if you guys
It's gonna be
dress up
fun.
like that.
I think we're gonna dress up. Yeah.
That's
It's gonna be
super
fun.
cool.
Yeah. I was so excited when I saw those.
I brought up Gremlins 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Neither one of them hold up. 2 more than 1.
Yeah.
2 is terrible.
2 was really bad.
Remember when they were watching it in
And
the theater
Christopher
and the
Lee's in that
screen
movie.
ripped and
Yeah.
Hulk Hogan was in the screen?
Yeah.
So, come on, brother, play the movie.
Yeah. I remember he did that movie thinking he was gonna meet Steven Spielberg.
Yes. All the weird gremlins, like the spider gremlin,
Yeah.
the
Oh, that was
one with
weird.
the hormones.
Like,
It
how
was
did
like
you
a
watch
female
that movie
gremlin.
as a kid and not get freaked out?
Exactly. I loved those movies.
I don't. I feel
though.
like I can't show that to my son.
Dun, dun,
I don't
dun,
know why
dun,
he'd
dun,
freak
dun,
out.
dun, dun, dun. I still remember.
Like,
the
if he
music.
showed it to
Dun,
Savannah,
dun,
she'd
dun,
probably have
dun, dun, dun.
nightmares.
Oh, remember how badass Gizmo was in the second one though
Gizmo
when he
was-
watched Rambo.
When you put you put
and
the
he
Rambo
put the
on,
thing
it,
on,
yeah.
and then he shot a flaming arrow at the. I think was it the spider one or whatever.
Yeah, it was a Spider.
I'm gonna watch
Spider-Man
those
movie.
movies. God.
Maybe we should watch that one as a retrospective.
And Masters of the Universe is our last honorable mention.
That movie was-
I will bring up a television show that
I
doesn't hold up.
loved that show, but man, that was.
I will bring up a television show
that
that
movie.
does not hold
I
up.
love that show as a kid. Does not hold up. And then I love that movie as a kid. Does not hold up.
This was one of my favorite TV shows, and it fell only to A-Team and Knight Rider, but Airwolf.
I remember Airwolf.
Yeah, they had that Apache helicopter
Yeah.
looking thing that was in like a hollowed out volcano.
Yeah.
It was. Terrible. There's a movie that I can't remember, and I don't know if you remember this movie or not. I think it was a movie, and I've never been able to find it. I think it was like the Condor or something. He was like a superhero, and he had like this old truck with a camper on it, and then like it would sink down into his Condor mobile or whatever, and then the vehicle would shoot out of the truck.
Is this the Mandela effect kind of going on?
Yeah, kind of.
Is this like I think that movie is the one with Sinbad where he's a genie?
No. Which movie was that? Shazam.
Shazam.
Was that Shazam? No, Shaq was the genie.
It was Kazam.
Kazam, thank you. Shazam was the Shaq movie, right?
No, Kazam is the Shaq. Shazam's the
so
one. So
Shazam is that's
the new one that's coming out.
But our top 5.
Top 5.
And I don't think these are in any particular order. We're not ranking
I just want to say
Masters
of the Universe came out 10 years after the original Star Wars, and it looked horrible.
It was a terrible movie.
The Star Wars looks amazing still.
Star Wars still holds up. Yeah, the practical effects in that movie hold up.
Yeah. Courtney Cox!
In no particular order.
Yeah.
Big. Speak on big.
Does not work right now.
It doesn't, right?
So you get the idea. He goes and he makes the wish, I want to be big. And he wakes up next day. He's full-grown Tom Hanks, works at a toy factory or whatever. Comes up with these stupid toy ideas where this building turns into a robot and does all kinds of stupid crap. But the whole part that like doesn't work anymore, and you watch it as an adult, is like the relationship he has with the woman that works at the toy factory, and you're like, he's 10 years old, he's Fred Savage, he does not know. And then like, there's that part where he touches like her breast at one point, and he's just kind of like, boo, 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 like no. And she still like goes forward.
Better story like that.
She boned a 10-year-old.
Better story like that for you. 13 going on 30 or big.
Well,
at least 13 going on 30 didn't have a lot of rapiness.
Oh gosh, yeah. You know what 11, 13 going on 30 is her best friend.
Yes, thank you.
She's hilarious, and I don't know. She does those.
Wasn't it Mark Ruffalo in that movie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's in those movies.
You know what he was in, and then I completely forgot about until the other day.
The movie where Reese Witherspoon, where she's a ghost.
Yes, exactly.
It's a great movie.
No, I saw this. It was one of my favorite movies. I love this movie, and I forgot Mark Ruffalo was in it completely until I saw it in a hotel the other night. Mm-hmm. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Oh, he is in that.
Yep, he was the assistant. Yep, I fired it up and I was like, "Holy shit, that's Mark Ruffalo."
Yeah,
that's a good movie.
He's a good actor.
I love that movie.
I love
he is
Mark
a good
Ruffalo.
actor. Yeah, so that you're right. Like we just poke at her boobs, and she goes forward with.
Oh no, she still goes in.
Yeah,
like, yeah. I don't. You can't watch that. I tried watching it like maybe like 2 years ago, and I was like, I see why they don't show this on TV. You can't show this on TV. This is statutory rape.
Never-ending story.
Yeah. It just the graphics are just horrible.
The practical effects are terrible. Yeah. The puppetry is like half the time you can't even see where. Oh, what is his name? Falkor. You can't even see where Falkor's supposed to be looking at. He's just like staring off, dead-eyed into space.
Well, Falkor's eyes are like at different points at certain
yes,
times. They're
exactly.
Just like one's way up here, one's like one's looking up, one's looking down. Like
the story's not bad.
I call it Shawn Michaels' eyes.
Yes, exactly. He's got the Forrest Whitaker eyes.
Forrest Whitaker eyes.
I'll show you a great meme of that.
And then I don't know, like the people that were working with Falkor, like that were taking care of him, they gave him the shot, like they were weird looking, like Artrix and Atreyu, like I don't know, I don't get it. Like it's about bullying and whatnot, but it doesn't hold up, and it just doesn't make sense. Like I go back and I'm like, okay, Falkor just is in the real world now, and nobody's gonna say anything. Like, so Neverending 2 story came out, and nobody mentions the fact that like this giant dragon dog showed up in Earth.
Dragon dog, yeah. Like
no, it doesn't work.
No. Doesn't at all.
I hate it. I can't watch it. I loved it as a kid, but I can't watch it anymore. I would not make Ezra watch it.
E.T.
Let's talk about E.T.
Yeah.
That's a little weird.
Yeah.
It's like a little alien rapey story.
It is, right?
Yeah.
And then if he could fly, why the fuck can he just fly?
Just leave!
Yeah. Just leave.
You made the thing.
And then I love that everyone misses him in the end after they all hated him so much. Even the dog.
Even
the mom. The mom's CIA, like crying over the CIA, and you're like, "Bitch, you're the one who like facilitated this."
Didn't you call them?
Yes.
Yeah. And then now
did you know?
And now they erased the guns from the movie, and they put walkie-talkies in the movie. And I'm just like, well, just erase the walkie-talkies and put cell phones in the movie.
Yeah. Let's just update it again.
Steven Spielberg.
Yeah.
hate you.
Did you know that there was a spot where during the filming of it that Drew Barrymore was having a hard time with the lines, and Steven Spielberg just starts screaming at her, but she was acting with like 103-degree temperature.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she had a fever, and finally her dad on set started screaming at Spielberg. He's like, "She's sick, you asshole!"
Yeah.
And he apparently apologized.
And then he went and got wasted, right?
And then he probably did go and get wasted.
Her dad was a notorious alcoholic, right?
UFO.
Oh, it looks horrible.
It looks like the Nickelodeon blimp.
It does.
It is just terrible.
Yeah. Oh my god, I never put that together.
It is terrible.
You're absolutely right. Yeah. It looks bad. Really bad.
Pieces.
It's just like...
Do you know they're supposed to originally be M&M's?
They're supposed to be... Was it M&M's?
I think
they were supposed to be? Yeah, it was supposed to be like a super popular candy that they were going to use.
Yeah.
You remember the crappy Mac and Me that came out? That was basically the same exact movie, just so horrible puppetry. And they replaced the Reese's Pieces with Coke.
Yeah. It was just a complete ripoff.
I love that Conan O'Brien just kept using
Me.
Paul Rudd
Yeah.
would go and like anytime he had a new movie coming out, he would go on Conan O'Brien, but instead of showing a clip from the movie, he would constantly show the clip of the kid flying off the cliff in the wheelchair into that lake. Yeah. And each time Conan O'Brien was just like, like you got me each time. So that's the only good thing that's come out of E.T.
I need to go watch more of
that. Mac and Me was created, and he created that spot for Paul Rudd to constantly go on Conan O'Brien's show and do that to him.
I need to go see more of those.
That's a great bit that continually happens. It was the same as, I think, when he used to have the little lever that played all the Walker, Texas Ranger.
Yes.
And it just kept on playing that one with Haley Joel Osment when he was like, Walker, I have AIDS.
Have you ever seen the keyboard cat with that one?
No.
That is my favorite keyboard cat of all time.
Walker, I have AIDS.
Oh, I'm going to show you the keyboard cat one when you. It's the best ever.
Gosh. Where are we at? We did E.T.?
We're still talking E.T.
Oh, gosh, yeah, so it doesn't work. I don't...
Did you know Harrison Ford was supposed to have a cameo in that movie?
Well, I believe it.
As I think the principal or the mayor or something?
Yeah. And so it kind of like ties in the universe. So I like there's a little idea that like, so E.T. exists. He exists in the Star Wars universe.
Chewie get this alien.
Yeah, I still contend that Harrison Ford is a great mumble rapper.
Oh, right? He was the original mumble.
He's the OG. So the only good thing that came out of it was like they said like, hey, E.T. was from the Star Wars universe, and that's why he looks at Yoda, and I was like, oh.
I guess.
Yeah. So that's the only good thing that came out of it.
Weren't they in, wasn't there E.T.-like creatures in Episode 1?
No, there's E.T.'s in Episode 1.
In the Senate, right?
Not E.T.-like, there are E.T.'s.
Yeah, that's right, I remember that.
So that's why he was like, Yoda.
That's the only reason why you would take that.
Ugh, that's the only thing that I take from that movie. I wish Darth Maul would show up in his robot legs and chop him in half.
Circuit.
Oh my gosh. So
Los Locos kick your balls. Los Locos kick your face.
Let's talk about Short Circuit real quick.
Anyways, Los Locos kick your ass. Los Locos kick your face. Los Locos kick your balls into outer space.
Let's talk about...
Fuck you, man. I love Short Circuit.
Let's talk about an actor.
Steve Guttenberg?
Well, Guttenberg is the man.
Yeah.
Ali Sheedy was the first woman to give me feelings.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I loved her.
Where she's like creepily falling in love with Johnny Five.
I fell in love with her because she fell in love with the robot.
Right.
But you aware there's an actor in brownface in both of these movies?
Is it the Indian dude?
He's not Indian at all. That's Fisher Stevens.
Shut up! I've
Fisher
never looked
Stevens
it up.
Is not Indian whatsoever.
I've never looked that up.
Yeah.
He's super stereotypical. I don't know why I never put that together.
You thought it was an Indian dude.
Well, I honest to God have not seen those since I was a kid.
Fisher Stevens was in brownface for 2 of those movies. Incredibly racist, and that is why you do not see Short Circuit on TV.
Oh my God, you're right.
Yeah.
I never put that together if that was him. Oh my God.
And as
he was Iggy in Super Mario.
Yeah, as a kid, I didn't know.
Now that's a movie that didn't. Super Mario is a movie that didn't hold up then.
Honorable mention: Hackers.
Fisher Stevens was in Hackers. Oh my God!
Fisher Stevens was in brownface and had a horrible accent.
Oh my God! And it was so stereotypical of an accent.
Yeah. I'm really sad that Bunked is coming to an end this season.
Hey, and my son just dropped on us that Adventure Time.
Adventure Time just ended. Because I tweeted at Karan Bar, the kid who plays, he's the Indian kid on Bunked, and I said I will not sleep easy until they let Karan Bar use his normal American accent on that show, and apparently I'm never gonna sleep easy because that show is done. So
I'm trying to pull up the best of Ben. His name was Ben.
Yeah, Ben Jabatuya.
He's busy vomiting. Well, the cat is dragged in a sack for 4 eyes, that is for sure.
It is worse than a poo.
Oh, child, this is a barrel of monkeys. Oh, let us go scrape up some female chicks. An opportunity to spread your legs. Good to smell the breezes. Girlie!
You cannot say any of those things
my
on
God.
today in movies.
Oh my god, you're right.
Horrible.
That's why you don't see those on TV anymore.
You don't see them.
How did I never, like, as a kid, I'm just like, whatever. But holy shit, he was in brown face the whole time.
He was in brown
That
face.
is the main reason why that doesn't hold up.
It
Not to
does not hold
mention
up, yeah.
the shitty jokes and acting.
That's horrible.
But to this
Maybe
day,
2 of those movies.
anytime I hear I need a hero, I automatically think of that scene where he's like water skiing in the second
Was it
movie.
in the second movie where he came back and he was like all gold plated? Or was that at the end of the first
No,
one?
it was at the end of the second one when he becomes an American citizen. He's gold plated.
What the hell does that mean?
At the end of the movie, he becomes a citizen with Stevens. They both become citizens at the end of the movie, and he's gold plated. You don't remember that? That's exactly what he was gold
It
plated.
was a horrible movie.
There was an actor. Who's the
I think we
actor
need to go back and
in
watch
Short
these
Circuit
now.
2? The guy who was like trying to sell watches and sell him.
Oh, you're talking about
The blonde guy.
Yeah. Michael something.
What else was he in?
He was in. Didn't he get like busted for a?
It was Michael McKean.
Yeah.
Michael McKean. And what other major movie am I thinking about? He was in This Is Spinal Tap. There's another.
He was in
Was it Ghostbusters?
Airheads.
I mean, not Ghostbusters. He wasn't in Airheads. Was it Beetlejuice?
Airheads is a great movie.
I love Airheads.
I think he was in Beetlejuice. Was he not?
Am I right? Was he not the rich dad in Beetlejuice? Now it's bothering me.
Short Circuit 2.
I'm going through all of his movies right now.
Yeah.
He hasn't done a lot.
No.
He was in the Clerks sitcom.
Michael McKean. Tim. Yeah.
God, he's done a lot. Like not recently.
Yeah. Clue.
He was in Veronica's Closet.
Veronica's
that?
Closet.
Spinal Tap, the final tour.
Forgot he was in Little Nicky.
That Darn Cat. Remember that?
No, I don't want to.
It was a cartoon. Dream On. This is good.
Was a good
This is good. He was in The Nanny. He was in Coneheads. He was in Airheads. You're right. He was the radio guy.
Man, pulled out of nowhere on the Airheads reference.
I love
It
Airheads,
was a good
man.
movie.
I can watch that movie right now and not have any problems. I don't know what else he was in. He was in Clue.
That's what movie they don't like. I guess we're falling into like an era now, like where they don't show like mid '90s movies at all anymore.
Right.
And then Freeform has been showing both of the Ace Venturas lately, like pretty regularly.
Have
which
they
I think has
really?
been pretty funny. Yeah.
And not number one, but our last one on our list, Howard the
Oh, yeah.
effing Duck.
Leah Thompson bangs a duck, y'all.
God, Leah Thompson was so hot in that movie.
Hey, I contend that she still is hot.
She is. And remember she banged the duck and then like feathers were falling?
Wait, no, were feathers falling?
There was like a feather that like
or
fell
was
to
that
the ground.
Was
and
that
stuff
a sign?
as a
of
sign that they had done it.
ejaculation?
The bestiality in that. The acting.
Yeah, I can't put down the bestiality.
CG. Oh my god, the CGI
Let me
is
defend-
so terrible.
Let me defend bestiality for a second.
That is the name of the podcast.
Because look at Leah Thompson now. She is pretty smoking hot still.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, she looks amazing.
She was the second Jennifer in Back to the Future. Did you know they recast her?
No, she was the mom.
Oh, you're right. She was the one.
yeah,
No,
yeah.
wait. Who was the
Elizabeth
actress?
Shue.
But they did recast her. She was a
Elizabeth
different
Shue was the
actress from
second
1 and 2.
Jennifer.
Yeah.
But the
But
first
she was the
actress-
mom. That's right.
The first actress, I forgot what happened to her. She wanted more money? Maybe.
Did you know that Michael J. Fox was not the original Marty McFly?
Yeah, Eric Stoltz.
Yep.
They had shot like a quarter of the movie already.
Yep. And it just was not.
They're just
working.
like, Eric Stoltz, you are horrible.
Like, we'll just record at night.
Yeah.
One of my favorite fan theories, and I
That-
cannot wait for a fan theories podcast, is about Back to the Future.
I saw the mall where that was filmed at.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's based out of La Puente in California. Priscilla was
shit.
born in La Puente, and she always told me that's the mall in La Puente, and we went to it.
The Lone Pine Mall.
Yeah, yeah.
It was the two
It's
pines,
awesome.
and
I
then it
saw
became the
I
Lone
saw the
Pine.
Back to the Future mall. It's
So
pretty
cool.
neat. Yeah, I saw the place where it was at.
Right.
It's totally different now, but it's pretty awesome. It's
That is pretty cool.
Yeah. So yeah, Howard the Duck. Going back to 1986, we were 3 years old when this movie came out, but it was still enough to scar us.
Oh, I watched that movie repeatedly. I loved that movie as a child. I don't know why, but I loved that fucking movie. The first
let's
major
talk
Marvel
about-
movie.
There was a duck with boobs.
Yeah. Yeah. On his home planet? Yeah.
This movie was rated PG and there was duck boobs.
There was duck boobs and bestiality.
But you know what, though?
You didn't finish defending
Airplane was
bestiality.
rated PG, and there's like a blatant boob shot
Yep.
in the original Airplane. Like, she runs up to the camera and her boobs are like bouncing all around. It's rated PG. I don't know how they got away with that. But could you imagine being like a kid, like in 1980, going to watch Airplane? Like, whoa! I contend we grew up with like there's plenty of stories of like Beauty and the Beast. That was
Yeah.
something that was
You're
definitely
right.
going on. That was even before the cartoon that came out.
Yeah.
You know, that was a show.
Remember the horrible TV shows? That's the one you're talking about? Where
Yeah.
Beast lived in the sewer?
Linda Hamilton? Yeah. Sarah Connor?
Oh, yeah, that's right. And it wasn't before
know
the
who-
cartoon.
you know
because
who
the cartoon
Beast
was already
was?
out.
Do you know
wasn't
who
it?
the Beast
Or no?
was?
Who?
Ron Perlman.
You're right. It was Ron Perlman.
Yep.
Oh, my God.
My mom would watch that show all the
Yep,
time.
so
I would
would my
watch
mom.
it, yeah. Oh my gosh.
Was that before the
could've
animated one?
Man, could you imagine if our moms would have had a podcast back in the
Oh,
day?
Jesus.
Let's talk about what was that show called? It wasn't called Beauty and the Beast, was it?
It was.
It was called Beauty and the Beast. They weren't as creative with titles back then.
No.
There was The Flash. You remember The Flash?
I do. I watched The Flash. I loved
With
that
Dawson's
one.
dad?
Yep.
But no, like, yeah, so I can't... I mean, this movie has a 15% on Rotten Tomatoes. I mean, it's a bad movie, but is it really that bad?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, yeah, there's Play Duck. So, like, it's basically like Earth, but with ducks.
Yeah, no, it's... Yeah, they're fully anamorphic ducks.
The only thing that saves this movie is Leah Thompson and her hotness.
Howard the Duck. Remember the stupid song that she
Yes.
sang with her band?
Yeah, that band sucks.
No, they rocked, man.
She was amazing.
Just because Leo Thompson was in there. To this day, because it's the
You
same...
cannot watch that movie now.
The principal from...
You cannot show a woman and the duck making
Oh
out.
God, I know. Jeffrey Jones. He played Walter Jennings, the scientist, the one who got what were the aliens called? Do you remember?
No, I don't. I do not remember.
There was the aliens that came down to try to take over. I can't remember what they were called.
The Guardians of the Galaxy.
Basically, yes.
Howard, you cannot be banging human women on this planet. You need to leave.
Was that a quote, or are you just saying?
No,
it?
I'm just saying that.
I wouldn't doubt that was a quote.
You need to
Quotes.
get out of here.
That's it.
Tim Robbins was
more
in this
Mr.
movie?
Nice Duck.
I don't remember Tim Robbins
Yes,
being...
he was.
Oh, my God.
He was the fucking quackpot scientist that was
my gosh.
trying to help him
He
out.
was Phil Blumbert.
Remember, he was trying to speak duck to Howard?
Holly Robinson was in this movie. I loved Holly Robinson.
Yeah, remember didn't he hit on her?
I
or
had the
something
biggest
like
crush on her when she was on Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
that? Yes, hanging with Mr. Cooper.
She was on that
God,
show,
I
right?
forgot about that.
Was
Yep.
she on that one? Yeah.
Who else was in
David
there?
Paymer. Yeah, Larry DeSantis. Debbie Lee Carrington.
Holly Robinson Pete.
Yeah. Miguel Sandoval. Classic character actor. There's a lot of people in this.
There was, man.
Yeah. Wow.
And it was a shit show. of a
And Mel
movie.
Blanc played Daffy Duck.
But you know what? I fucking loved that movie as a
Yeah.
kid. It's a 4.6 out of 10 on IMDb.
But it's
Metacritic score of 28.
But it's a 10 in Jeremy's heart.
We need to find a 5-star review or something of this. Do you think there is some out there?
Oh yeah, there's definitely people that
Should
love.
go to Amazon and see if there's a
Amazon
great
has
review.
5-star reviews. I guarantee you they do.
I want to see what a great review of this movie sounds like. I
5-star
loved the duck
reviews.
fucking. That's probably what it said.
That's why you can't put it on because there's duck porn. It's duck porn, and you can't
Howard
classify it.
the Duck.
You can't classify it as National Geographic.
Oh, all the reviews on here are 5 stars. Like it's 4.5 stars.
That movie was great. It was part of my childhood growing
Oh,
up.
I want to hear a great review.
I wanted to bang a duck after this.
You want to hear a
movie.
bad one?
Yes.
This is a bad movie based on an excellent comic book. It's a great example of why the problems still arise that you try to translate one medium into another.
I think the 80s and early 90s were just horrible times to try to adapt comic books into movies.
Oh my god, this one's so long. But there's so many.
They hardly worked. You had Superman, and that was about it.
You remember the terrible Captain America movie?
Yeah, 1994.
Where he was wearing the
He rode a motorcycle
helmet?
around, everywhere. That was bad.
My favorite bad Marvel movie is the Nick Fury one.
Yeah, with David
With-
Hasselhoff.
Yes. He actually wasn't that bad of
He did a
Nick
good job.
Fury.
Yeah.
There was a terrible Spider-Man
Horrible
movie.
CGI.
There was a terrible Iron Man movie at some point or something, or Iron Man was somehow.
There was a Fantastic Four movie that never got released. Oh
God, I wish we could see that somehow.
I would love to get my hands on that.
There's a documentary.
I would love to get my hands on that. Yeah, there's that great documentary about Nicolas Cage, like
as Superman.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Have you ever heard why they wanted Kevin Smith to write a Superman movie?
No.
Because in Mallrats there was an argument where they were talking about whether or not Superman could get Lois Lane pregnant.
Oh,
and
he
said that he would have to wear a kryptonite condom, or else when he ejaculated, he would blow a hole in her back. And someone's like, this guy knows what the fuck he's talking about. Let's get him to write a Superman movie.
He thought about it? Yeah. Plenty of times.
And they brought him in to write one, and he passed on it. And when he passed, they tried to give him Beetlejuice Goes Hawaiian.
Oh, gosh. I'm glad he didn't do it.
Yeah. So that's it for our movies podcast. If you have other movies that you loved as a kid and didn't stand out to you, I know one. Fabian Rubio in El Paso had told us Space Jam. He's like, I don't think Space Jam holds up quite as well.
Disagree.
Yeah, you think?
That movie holds up.
My wife said Judge Dredd.
It goes into Toon World.
Toon World?
Or not Toon World, but it goes into the Looney Tuneverse.
My wife said
nothing applies in that universe.
No Judge Dredd. She said Judge Dredd's a terrible movie and it does not.
Which one?
Stallone? Not the Carl Urban one, the Stallone one.
Nope, that movie holds up.
And I told her, I said, don't you, but now while you're saying it, don't you dare say anything about Demolition Man.
Oh yeah, can we talk about the 25th anniversary of Demolition Man?
Yes, because you caught this and I love this. Bring this up.
So I caught that there was a John Spartan reference in one of the Taco Bell commercials. And I was like, wait a minute. Is this a prequel to Demolition Man?
And it is.
They're
talking about the franchise wars.
It's the franchise wars, and Taco Bell is the one that survived it, and it's Taco Bell that's doing the commercials.
But point out what you saw.
The girl is John Spartan's daughter, and it said in the billboard like John Spartan.
Shut up! The girl is her daughter.
Yeah, his daughter.
Or his daughter.
Yeah, and so.
Have you ever heard the rapey fan theory that Sandra Bullock was his daughter?
Oh no!
You've never heard that? Yeah.
That's weird. I don't want to think about it anymore.
Yeah. But it says on that billboard what? It's a scrolling Times Square billboard.
Oh, it says that he's up for parole.
It says John Spartan up for parole.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
He's going to get unfrozen. D-Dodd. So I think that was awesome. I was like, whoa, that's pretty crazy. And then I looked into it. I was like,
it's the Nacho Fries commercials.
Nacho Fries. Oh my God. So like Josh Duhamel is probably like John Spartan's dad? No, wait, I'm sorry. The girl is the daughter of Josh Duhamel's character, which that starts the franchise order in present day. And the Taco Bell commercials now are the franchise wars of the Demolition movie. So she is Josh Duhamel's
25th anniversary.
She's Josh Duhamel's daughter. So she's like reviving the riot, you know. And I think he ends up finding her like in one of the things. You have to watch them. They're pretty cool, and it's like leading up to the 25th anniversary of Demolition Man. So it's going to be interesting. They're going to do something kind of cool, I guess, for when it comes out. So
any ideas for topics for next podcast?
I like the ones that we did have, other than, I knew the movie or movies that don't hold up or whatever. So we can, I would be happy rerunning those and adding a new one in.
You got an idea for a new one?
What were the ones that we had? We had
movies that don't hold up. Video game franchises. And there was one more. Go to our Twitter.
Let's do favorite crushes.
Crushes? Like 90s crushes?
Like 90s crushes.
They can get real pervy real quick.
Let's do 90s crushes.
They can get real pervy real quick.
Who was the first one that gave you feelings? Spoiler alert, Ali Sheedy.
I'm just going to talk about Kelly Kapowski so much.
Ali Sheedy and Leah Thompson.
It's just going to be nothing but Leah Thompson, and it was
we'll think about
fan theories.
Yeah,
fan theories, video game franchises, and TV sitcoms. We'll come up with a fourth one. We'll have it tweeted out by end of the day.
And if you guys have one, tweet us.
If you guys have any ideas, tweet them to us.
Tom tweeted or Facebooked us, and he asked us if what do we think about there's like a WWE NXT comic book. Yeah, and it's written from the perspective of Dusty Rhodes, of him bringing people in.
What?
Yeah, so one of the issues like Samoa Joe. Like bringing Samoa Joe in.
I'm not aware of this.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's on our Facebook. Check it out.
I'll check it out.
I'll have to check it out. I'll give a full detailed review on that, Tom. So thanks for bringing that up and thanks for showing us. I was totally unaware that there was even a WWE NXT comic book, which is pretty cool. And the artwork looks cool. It's awesome.
Check that
out. Quick plug for my friend Sarah Mitchell. She has a book out on Amazon called Love Love Bakery. Me, my wife, and Ezra, we make a quick cameo in that book. So
Shut up.
In the middle of the book. Yeah.
Nice.
So check it out. It's available on Kindle and also, of course, physical hardback and paperback. I think it's only $19. I don't call it a children's book. I call it a family book. And it's a pretty cool book. It's about embracing everybody of all kinds of different races.
Nice.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, it teaches you to be how to be accepting. Like it's awesome. And so you can definitely find it, Level Up Bakery, on Amazon. Her author name is Sarah Triana Mitchell, and it was illustrated by H2 Alaska, and the illustrations are awesome in that book.
Is it illustrations of you guys?
Yeah.
Oh,
they were
that's
in the
so
book.
cool.
Yeah. So
that's so cool.
It's pretty neat. Like, yeah, I know there's a few people that locally listen to this show. If you guys go to Stellar Coffee, I love my favorite coffee shop in Roswell. Lovely. I'll give them a free plug on this show. They're amazing to me. There's plenty of those books at Stellar if you guys want to go.
That's
buy
awesome.
A copy. Yeah, so go buy a copy, support her. She had a successful Kickstarter that ended right before the show started. So otherwise, I would have been plugging that all the time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But her Kickstarter did amazing, and she was able to publish the book. It all came out, and she just wrapped up her book tour, which has been great. So she kind of did all the Southwest going back and forth. And
nice.
Yeah, so it was pretty exciting for her. I think there was somebody else, but
like our Extra Life.
Oh, Extra Life we got coming up. There's a team for us for this year, Geek Out Freak Out.
I need tattoo ideas.
Oh, tattoo ideas for Jeremy. He gets a tattoo every year at the
I didn't get one last year because I just couldn't. I didn't want to make it an excuse, and I couldn't think up with something that would go with it.
When did you get the Smart Marks?
2 years ago.
Oh, okay. So if Jeremy hits his goal, he gets a tattoo. So he needs
a team goal.
Ideas.
We need something that we hit as a team, and we'll get that tattoo.
Well, I kind of made the team goal ridiculous.
Yeah, what is it?
It's I think at 2,500. But the more people we get on our team, the easier to hit our goal.
That's not that bad.
Yeah, because it's just me and you right now on the team.
I think I hit 1,500 last year.
Yeah,
or something,
so my personal, I think I put at 500 just for now, and I'll probably up it later on.
Yeah.
But team goal is 2,500 right now. But if we get more people, I'll up the team goal. And yeah, you guys, more than welcome to join the team. It's totally free to join. There is a paid membership one, and you can pay $20. You get a T-shirt. You get a bunch of goodies.
Basically paying for the T-shirt.
Yeah. So you exactly, and you're playing video games, and you're doing it to raise money for kids and for the Children's Miracle Network Hospital. Me and Jeremy both play for UNM Children's Hospital, but you can pick whatever hospital you want to play for. If it's somewhere locally in your region, switch it to that and just play with our name and be a part of the team. And we'll be on Twitch doing that in November, early November.
Yeah,
so that's
buddy.
super fun to do. You can follow me, Mateo83, on Twitter and Instagram. Those are my favorite places to be. You can follow us at GoFo Podcast on Twitch and Twitter and Instagram. So check us out on there. Follow us on those.
Definitely check that out.
More followers because I have a contest going and it's not maxed out yet.
Yep, and what is that contest?
It's for a $25 Amazon gift card. So if you retweet and show us that you subscribe to the show with the latest episode, DM me on Twitter. You can DM the Geek Out Freak Out podcast, or you can DM Mateo83. I'll keep track of those, and if you guys do that, you'll be entered in. If I get at least 20 people to do it, you'll be entered in the win. That's pretty good. That's pretty good odds.
Yeah,
I think. And
free $25 from Amazon.
I'm giving you $25. Do it.
You could buy Leah Thompson fan fiction.
Oh my God, yeah. You can buy some of the Leah Thompson fan fiction I wrote.
You could buy Howard the Duck porn with that.
Don't do that.
You could buy Play Duck with that. On that note,
I'd be interested in that a little bit.
Thanks a lot, guys, for giving us your time. 5-star reviews. Hit us up with those reviews. We'll do a giveaway with reviews as well. What were we saying last time? We get to 25 5-star reviews.
Yeah.
We'll give away another $25 gift card.
We'll do something different. We'll
give away something different. But let's get us to those reviews, and we'll draw a random person. We'll send you a GoFo t-shirt.
Ooh, I like that idea.
You like that? We'll get you a Geek Out Freak Out
We're going
t-shirt.
to get some merch going.
Yeah.
I'm going to design some merch. Yeah.
Thanks a lot, guys. We'll catch you guys on the flippity flop.
Laters, geeks.